Hello, Odd Job Doer here, and today what we have going on for our little Easter special is not quite a cookbook review, but a product review. And this here is by Sprinkles Cupcake Mix, right? This one here is dark chocolate flavored, and if you happen to have a Sprinkles location near you, you can go and try different kinds of cupcakes and seasonal ones that they offer. And the nearest one to me is probably over 100 miles away, so the last time I was in a store I was able to purchase this, take home, and make yourself. And I don't know, I'm not too much into making cupcakes usually, but these are pretty good, and I have made at least 2 other versions of these canisters, and so I know they're pretty good. Now, on the back of them here, it shows you what you need, which I kind of find a little bit surprising because it seems like you need a lot of stuff even though you buy this. But shows here you need 2 eggs, 1/4 stick of unsalted butter, 2/3 cup of milk. That's for the cupcake. And then for the frosting you need 1.5 sticks of unsalted butter, 2.5 cups of confectioner's sugar, 3 ounces of bitter sweet chocolate, 1/4 teaspoon of teaspoon, and a pinch of salt. And well, I happen to have, I think, all these ingredients on hand here. I'm not too sure about the powdered sugar, but we'll get to that when we get to the frosting part. So this right here, I just open up, break the little safety tab on it, pop this off. We'll see what's inside here. So inside we got a little canister here of their signature dots. These here are on pretty much every Sprinkle cupcake out there. And we got here a bag of the powdered stuff, and a little secret note in here. It looks like. What could it be? It could be stuck in here pretty good. There we go. There, empty, right? Nice little canister for later use. Let's see what we got here. Sprinkles. This here has your ingredients and your frosting ingredients and how to bake and how to frost. And this recipe, this canister, makes 12, I'm assuming, standard size cupcakes. So, to bake, don't overbake them. That's what they're warning about. An extra minute can make all the difference. Timing, see? Remove the cupcakes from the oven the moment they just begin to spring back when gently touched with a fingertip. Alright, so let me review this here and get back to the mixer. 1.25 stick of unsalted butter, which is 1 stick and then 2 tablespoons of the other stick. And we're going to whip this butter up with the hand blender until it's nice and fluffy like. For about 2 minutes, line fluffy. So I'll get to blending and see what happens. Okay, so we got the butter there kind of fluffed up, and take a spatula or something and scrape down the sides of said bowl. And then next what we'll be adding is the pre-package of mix that came with this recipe, or with this container. So very carefully, not trying to cause any explosions, maybe we'll get the scissors on this to open it up. We'll add it in and then blend it on a low speed to get it kind of incorporated in here, and then we'll do I think a medium-high speed for 2 minutes. So let that in there. You can see the chocolatey fumes rising. Get out of there. All right, with that off there. Sink it in deep and give it as slow as it can go, which is still a little bit high. So just kind of keep it flat in there. And I'll work this in. So about 30 seconds to blend in, and then at 2 minutes on a little bit higher speed to really work it together. Okay, so it's kind of a dry there, but the butter has been incorporated into the mixture. So now we'll do, let's see, a little bit low speed again, and we'll add egg. About in a little measuring cup here, just so I can add them in, hopefully one at a time. So we'll see what happens here. You want to mix in each egg before you add the next one. Alright, so here what we'll do is clean that off a little bit, and then we will take the spatula again and kind of scrape down the sides of it, and I'll get the milk ready to add next. So now it's time to add the 2/3 cup of milk as we mix. I'll keep incorporating this until it's well mixed. Ask for a 12-cup cupcake pan, and they talk about putting liners in them. I want to try using the silicone and no liners, but I'm going to do some spray on this, just to keep it extra non-stick. That's good. And I will use a paper towel now to actually wipe off a little bit of the excess on top of it, and maybe just kind of round about in some of the holes that I think I might have oversprayed a little bit. Alright, so your oven you preheat to 350 degrees. I'll get that going in a minute, but then after you get this here all set up, then you equally place the batter in the cups. So I'm going to try this little method here. Just kind of scoop and place. Let that go down. Go to the next one. Scoop and place. And I'll continue this until I get them all nice and leveled out. Right, so I got the batter all leveled off and split up evenly. And the oven just beeps saying it's at the 350 degrees temperature. So I will stick it in the middle of the rack and bake it for 20 minutes to start with, and start kind of checking on it to see how it is. And they're saying it's supposed to be able to kind of push the top of it and have it bounce back. Other people say toothpick in the middle, so we'll see which way I do. Anyways, I'll stick them in the oven, and I set up a couple wired racks, so when the cupcakes come out, I will take them and put them on the racks, and I'll probably wipe these down a little bit more, but put them on there, let them rest in their silicone baking sheet pan, whatever, and for about 10 minutes, and then I'll carefully take them out and put them on the rack and let them cool the rest of the way, while at that time I'll be able to make the frosting. To prepare for the frosting, which this frosting recipe actually can you can make everything that you're using for this frosting. Nothing comes with a kit, just the recipe, so everything you're providing. But they ask for 3 ounces of chocolate chips, some kind of chocolate. I guess you could probably use dark chocolate, maybe not melted chocolate, but I have some chocolate chips here. So I have the scale going, kitchen scale set to ounces, and I'll add some chips here to this bowl. 2.9, and 3.3. So let's see here. Take this here. 3.2. Huh. 3.1. And there you go. 3.0. Right, so we got 3 ounces. Let's talk chips there. And we melt that in a pot. And you want that melted and kind of cooled to room temperature to get it ready to put to the frosting, which I always thought if you melt this and cool it, it just turns it back to a brick of chocolate without adding like butter or some other thing in there. But we'll see what it does. Alright, on to the next two parts. Liquid showed up, huh? Yeah, hot, not ready for that. What we are ready for is more frosting ingredients. So what we got over here is 2.5 cups of powdered sugar. And they want us to sift it. Now I cannot find a sifter, but I could find this here colander, drainer, wire mesh thing. You got your powdered sugar in there, and just kind of rub it like this. Right? Make sure there's like a bowl underneath it. Right? And you can see it breaks down the bigger chunks into smaller, finer powdered sugar chunks. So I'll keep sifting this around, letting these cupcakes cool, and we'll be back to work on this frosting. Okay, time for frosting time. So over here we're going to melt down our 3 ounces of chocolate chips in a little specialized pot here with a pour spout. So get that going. And then on the other side of the world, we're going to cream the butter, which is 1 1/2 cube. Right? So I'll get to cream it. This is at room temperature. So it can cream down good. Probably can't hear me, but room temperature, so I can get it creamed down. So let me work on that there. Here we got it nice and melted. I like that. Chocolatey. So we'll set that aside, let it cool down, and we'll work on creaming up the butter. Now we got the butter creamed up pretty good there, see? And nice and fluffy. So next we're going to do is add the confectioner's sugar, kind of little by little here. We sifted earlier, and I know I should just kind of add a clump of it and try blending it. See what it does. Alright, so I will incorporate this here and add a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract in there, and incorporate it, and scrape it on the side once in a while too. Let's get off there. Alright, and I think the last step in making this frosting is, of course, to back that chocolate back inside. So, and make sure it's cooled down enough. You don't want your chocolate to be that hot that it melts your butter. Alright, so I got my melted chocolate here. I'll see how hot it is. And it's a little warm. Give it a little stir here. Cool off a little bit. Not by putting water in it, just by pouring some water into the pan here. You don't want water in this chocolate, otherwise it will turn nasty. And you don't want water in this frosting, otherwise it'll turn nasty. Alright. Wipe the bottom off so no drippies happen. And we'll add some in here. Right. And now I will mix it in and try to incorporate that. I'll add more chocolate and I'll scrape it on the sides and mix more in. And you don't want to over mix this. You want it to be
Okay, it should be
spreadable, dense creaminess, goodness. And now they're saying you take a big dollop of it, right? You put on top, I think, of your cupcake, and you kind of use your spatula, which I'm using this here, silicone. They probably want you to use one of those metal ones to just kind of twist it, turn it, spread it around. I don't know. They go over the technique pretty good of how to do it, but better go check another video out for that. If I accomplish just putting this on top, you're making it look okay, then that's great with me. Alright, need some more on this one, I think. I'll pick it on, and yeah, I don't care about smoothing it over. That's good. So, I'll put this here in this little container, which is an old Tupperware meat tenderizing thing. Great for holding cupcakes. And I'll repeat this 11 more times. Right, and there we have it. Done? Not quite. The last part of this is to add from the little container here one of the Sprinkles Modern Dots right on top. Just going to give it a little push down there. And I believe these things are color-coded. So the brown or chocolate and blue kind of goes with what's on the can here, see? Brown and blue. Now, dark chocolate, I don't know, I thought the frosting was a bit darker, but you know what? If you actually used a dark chocolate morsel, I'm sure it would turn out that way. And if you have a problem getting out, like I said, if you did use the cupcake liners, you shouldn't have any problem with them coming out. If you used a silicone type of thing, or something that's supposed to release the hole so you don't have to worry about liners, you might get something like this right here, where it's split in half. And now it's like a little cupcake sandwich with the cream on the inside. Or if it's really bad, you just have a snack. So, this here's a little dessert for Easter, and you know, the good thing about this quarantine is that there's no one else around to really share or partake of these. The bad thing is, though, there's nothing else around to eat. So, I'm going to take probably 3 or 4 of these, smash them together, make a little roast looking thing out of them and pretend it's roast, and then I can have one for dessert afterwards. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And there we go, these here are done. Thanks for watching. Like I said, this is my little Easter special, and I already know by tasting little ingredients here and there I've picked off of the spoons and whatnot that this is going to be really good. So I'll probably do an aftertaste unless you want to ask me about it. And down below in the comments, also, what are any kind of Easter, treats that you guys make, or how do you celebrate Easter? Let me know. And thanks for watching. And happy Easter, everybody.